Sometimes when you're putting on a show for YouTube or Facebook, because that's a thing now, you can broadcast directly to Facebook. You want to have a nice prop so you can say, hey, I've got this device and I need to show you how it works and things like that. Or I'm going to do this comedy sketch and I have a baseball going to fly out of my ear or something like that. You got to have a good prop. It's a thing. However, this particular Catholic priest had a great prop. Unfortunately, it was a real live, dead, well, live is speculative at this point.
It's a great prop.
It was an actual, this is a prop I don't think anybody had planned. I mean, yeah. So
Well, he planned it.
yeah, he planned it. Father Frank Pavlone, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He suggested that people vote for Donald Trump using an actual dead fetus laying on a platter with a towel on it that was entrusted to him to have set for disposal, because when you get these little fetuses or whatever they are, it could be a clump of cells, it could be, whatever's because the fetus has died. And he put this thing out on display where everybody could see it and said, hey, if you don't vote for Donald Trump, then people are going to have to be forced to get abortions, which nobody is forcing anybody to get abortions. This isn't fucking China, you son of a bitch. Over in China, they do that. Yeah, only in China they do that kind of shit. They don't do that here.
Even China, they stopped doing that.
Did they stop doing that?
Yes.
Yes.
In the last few
Okay.
years.
Then my information's out of date. But they were doing that. If you had so many children, or their child was the wrong gender, they would.
Wrong gender.
Yeah, they would. Make sure you didn't go to
yeah,
term.
they only got one, so they want to make sure they had a boy.
Right, and that put a big different strain on them, on their social systems that they didn't even expect. But that's a whole other story.
Yeah, well, yeah. Guess what? Your boy gets to grow up and
he gets to go and try to have. He's gonna have to date other boys because you've gotten rid of all the girls. Because girls make babies, but because boys don't, obviously. So but that's the thing. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, he said on this video, he says, today I'm showing you a child who was killed by abortion and entrusted to us by a pathologist for burial. There's the key word, entrusted to us, which you basically fucking failed. You failed at your entrustment there. You were supposed to set this aside for burial. You weren't supposed to say, hey, everybody, you see the dead fetus? Here, come and take a sniff. God damn. Some people are this is just beyond the pale of stupidity. I mean, I am incensed and I am pro-choice. But you don't go out and say, hey, by the way, after we put him to death, we're going to put out this, we're going to fight against the death penalty by bringing out a dead body and say, here, this is what happens to you after you've been murdered by the state. You don't do that kind of shit. Hey, here's somebody who just got their arm cut off by a chainsaw. This is why you don't play with chainsaws. Well, it's still fucking bleeding. You don't do that kind of shit. Kind of your thoughts.
But it is effective.
It is effective, but god damn, that's not, no. There is some quorum of decency that he just went way out of fifth base, way out of, I don't play baseball. It's base, somewhere out in left field or something. I don't know. Connie, your thoughts?
Evidently, the video is unavailable.
Yes, it is now.
Which is encouraging because this was grotesque. That's not a fetus. That's a cadaver.
Yes.
All right. That's dead tissue on the slab in front of him on his fucking altar that he's going to do communion, I'm assuming. Or maybe I assume too much. How common are late-term abortions? Question and answer on USA Today. Of the more than 1 million abortions performed in the U.S. in 2011, about 12,000 or 1.3% happened after 21 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? No person, no woman, no couple, no guy chooses to have this procedure done. But the real pertinent point needs to be who is ready to be a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And excuse me, again, late-term abortions are very rare. And so I don't know why a woman would say, I'm 8 months pregnant, and I'm not wanting to have this baby. I don't want to keep this baby. That's a whole other issue. That's a
Yeah.
whole other question.
Well, some wait until they're a couple of years old, and then they do the abortion.
Oh well.
That's
Let's talk about the fact that once the child is born, the the conservatives can just go ahead and starve them to death.
Oh yeah, yeah. We want you to have that baby, but
Now
after it's born,
problem,
go. Yeah, it's
right?
not our problem anymore. We made sure you forced the child onto you, but we're not going to help you feed it. We're not going to help you clothe it. That's up to you. Go get a job and ignore that child that you just gave birth to.
I really hate to switch. I hate to switch the goalposts on this, but this is how it goes. And I'm sorry if they want to sit here and speculate what's happening with the woman who's having the baby, that she just wants to go out there and screw and have fun and have sex, and she doesn't care. Well, guess what? You, on the other side, then you get to deal with the idea that the projection is, that you just don't care about babies after they've been born,
Right.
unless they're in a monogamous, I'm sorry. No, can we have an intelligent conversation about reproduction?
I'm sorry. I just got a quick question myself.
Sure.
Is why hasn't the government, since he said if you don't do this, you need to vote for Donald Trump for this, and he basically pretty much blatantly came out and said it.
Yeah.
Why hasn't his tax exempt status been fucking taken away from the motherfucker?
Please, thank you. Talk about real consequences. Exactly.
Yeah, this should be a serious consequence. He's saying you should have voted for Donald Trump because of this, and his own archdiocese said, "Hey, dude, you went a little too far here." When your own people who are on your side say, "Yeah, back off the train, buddy boy," then you fucked up. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm an atheist, and sometimes the other atheists say, "Yeah, you went a little too far." It's like, yeah, maybe I did. Because there's a check and balance there. But I don't have to worry about a tax.
Exactly.
I don't have to have a tax status taken away from me to just say, hey, that's not the best argument. This is the better argument, and this is why this is wrong. I was like, oh, okay, this is a bad argument. Putting a dead fucking body on there.
Maybe you need to get your tax exempt status.
Yeah. Well, maybe I need to get a tax exempt status, and I'll bring a goddamn dead baby, and I'll put it on their face here. Hey, look at the dead baby, everybody.
We get flagged.
Tom, what are your thoughts on this?
I forgot what we were talking about.
I was getting.
Shit.
I was about to get my nipples pierced.
Babies.
Dead babies. They are delicious, though. I'm just saying.
Yes. Well, I was just gonna say maybe he was trying to appeal to atheists. He maybe thought he's putting out a buffet. He's inviting atheists to the church. Look, I put out a buffet for you. You guys like this stuff, right?
Well, it did look a little undercooked. I'm just saying. He should have
It amazes
more
me how
barbecue sauce.
These people, they're trying to condemn people for immoral behavior, whilst they are doing the most unbelievably immoral, inhuman, just disgusting things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just showing how bad you are. I'm like, no, you're not. You're just showing how bad you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, and Dawkins in the chat room pointed out directly that the prohibiting abortions isn't going to stop people having an abortion. You're just making it safer for them. But they don't see it like that. They just think that you're killing a baby. That's not a thing.
You're forcing people to become parents or
make decisions that are
again. Yeah, adoption, is that really that great an option?
No, it's not. I don't think adoption is a very good a solution. That's just my opinion, because you're forcing them to give this individual, which is now an individual at this point, and give them to somebody who could turn them into, well, all right, it's a slippery slope fallacy. Sorry. You're going to turn it over to people who may not care, and they may, turn them into a next monster or whatever. They might turn them into somebody that's good too. Yeah. We don't know. I'm just saying. I'm gonna play both ends of the argument there, because if I just play one end, I'm gonna be in contempt of my own logic there, and I don't want to do that. But But the fact is
what
that
what are the motives of the people who are adopting children?
yeah, and also our adoption services areas are the people who are in
horrible.
adoption are they're besides being horrible, they're overflowing with children right now who are bounced literally from house to house through almost their entire lives. Now, I'm not going to say that's every child because there's few exceptions that get into a good home and they get out of the system, but a good portion of them, they stay in the system and they like I said, they bounce from house to house to house and they just don't have a steady, healthy environment.
The amazing thing is, we go through our lives. You get married with no problems, you have kids with no problems, you have, but as soon as the government gets involved, then everything is super regulated. I'm suffering through a divorce right now, and it'd be simple if we could just, like we got married. Nobody got involved when we got married, but when you get divorced, everybody's got to regulate exactly what's got to happen. Yep. And with
preach it.
With a adoption, I mean, anybody can have a kid. Anybody can have a cracked mom can have a kid, but if you want to adopt a kid, the problems that potential adoptive parents have to go through to get approved to adopt somebody else's child, a well-established, healthy, sane couple will have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to adopt a baby from a crack addict mom. Yeah. Because crack addict mom, she has first dibs on the kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the crack addict mom isn't allowed to get an abortion, even though she wants one.
Right. Dawkins Doug from the channel said Angela Jolie is getting divorced. She's too busy to adopt anymore. So don't rely on Angela Jolie to adopt your child.
I can only think about Keanu Reeves from the movie Parenthood. You need a license to fish. You need a license to drive. But any asshole can become a dad or a mom.
Yeah.
Or a mom. And
the trouble is some assholes who don't want to become parents know they're assholes and know they don't want to be parents.
Yeah.
But
you have to have this kid.
How old do you have to be to get...
You fucked up, so you got to fuck up completely for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But Tom, how old do you have to be to get sterilized as a male? I mean, I know somebody... I won't say who, but I know somebody who was in the military and he wanted to get a vasectomy, but he wasn't 25 years old.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that was a minimum
age restriction.
There was a restriction, really? And it's was altering, and I'm like, why should anybody care? Because
I wasn't aware of the particular age restriction. I'm gonna have to look more into that. Prophet of Zod, what are your thoughts on this?
This story, when I was looking at it, is just strangely familiar to me because I grew up in the middle of all this kind of stuff, and I remember some of the people I went to church with at the fair, they would have a display with all these models and pictures and everything put up, and I remember watching videos in church of people who would like dig stuff out of dumpsters and stuff like that, and you'd see them rolling little babies' heads around on their fingers and stuff like that. So it's kind of uniquely disgusting to me without even having... I never got the chance to watch the video, but just this whole idea, it's kind of... I can kind of understand I don't at all think it's right, and I think it's disgusting. I can kind of understand the point of view that they're coming from because I grew up with it. That they consider this murder of a human being and they're just trying to alert people to the reality of it. But I don't think it's appropriate and it's gross. And like the article said, his own people are turning on him. And this is kind of just showing that fortunately, this whole way of arguing abortion is going out of style.
Yeah, this is a style that I've never seen before. And I mean, not to this extreme anyway. Yeah. But I mean, usually they settle on pictures. I was like, here, look at this in the womb. Look at this. And there's some pictures of here's some cut up babies. It's like,
I never saw anything quite like that. That was pretty disgusting.
Yeah, I've seen the ones where they show the picture where they're cut up or something like that. It's like, ugh. Did you like this segment of Packard Pokes At? If you did, please click here on the video to see more from this show. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the show. You can find our second podcast, The Atheist, the Bible, and No Wardrobe, on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spreaker. Be sure to check those out.